So welcome to Do You Have a Curse or a Spell webinar and how to remove it. I did say it was one of my favorite topics because it's not very understood and people don't realize that behind a lot of stuff are curses or spells. And the other thing is that our soul is an eternal, is eternal, and we've lived other lifetimes, and when you're being cursed, the curse continues in this life. And sometimes you meet somebody and you might have an altercation, you might have some negativity, and then you think they curse you in this life. Well, pretty much it's already been in your soul and it's happened again. It gets reactivated and it shows you that something needs to be removed. And spells as well. Spells, you can have love spells, voodoo type of things on you. I've had it all. That's why I think that I'm pretty good at this, and also I'm pretty good at taking it off. For some reason, I seem to resonate with this. I didn't used to believe in spells or curses. However, since being an energy healer, I recognize that they can happen. So, and it's hard to know. Some people don't know if they've got a curse or a spell. And because I've had them on myself, I really understand them. I had spells, I've had curses, I've probably had voodoo, and I probably had whatever. And there's a couple of aspects to it. For it to stay on you, there needs to be negativity or something of a vibration for it in your energy field if it's going to stay. But you can take them off. You can, the thing is to release your energy of the negativity, of resentments and so forth, so there's nothing for it to attach. Now, even if you might be still feel like you're changing and you're releasing your negative emotions, they can still be in your energy field, and it can still show up this things go wrong to tell you that you have a curse or a spell to take off. Now, for me, I'll just give you an example. This is the beginning of a curse or a spell. It's the things that don't work properly. You go, that was strange. For me now, what happens is I'm so used to flow. So when I get something strange that there's no flow, and I think to myself, oh, that didn't flow. And then I see the repercussions of that not flowing. And for instance, so I might, for instance, let me think. I remember many years ago, I was making up these little pills. I was making my own little homeopathic type of pills, and they had this sort of oil thing in them. I can't remember what it was called. And I was taking them. And when I was filling them up this time, too much came out of the bottle and went in this little capsule, which was quite a big capsule. And I go, no, that's weird. That's not working properly. That shouldn't happen. But anyway, I went along, and then I took these pills that actually opened, instead of going into my intestine, it opened up and burnt my throat. I ended up in hospital. I ended up in excruciating pain. I was shaking so much. It was like my throat was being cut. And it was sort of a curse on me, and things were it was just shocking. But I sort of see this, I stop and think when things don't flow, and I realize I have to stop. And I had another instance happen not that long ago, and I go, no, that's not working properly. And I should have stopped and I should have been far more careful, because it just, I paid for it physically, usually physically. So Nikki, how you doing?
I'm well, very well.
Good. So do you have some questions, or did you want to chat about this?
No, about that, because even though, as long as I've been doing forensic healing, and obviously with my last post I put up about the block pipes and the flowing and everything like that.
Yes.
That made a change, but then it just skips back again. So it feels like I get so far, and then it stops, and it's like, why is this okay, this is happening for a reason. Why is this happening? So I go do some healing things. I actually,
Yes.
environmental cleanse, cleared that and thought, right, okay, we're right now. And then I get this
Yeah.
block again. And it's like,
Right.
why does, and it's the same reoccurring thing, but in different circumstances, but it's all
Yeah.
involved money.
Yes.
Everything that happens involves money. So it's something that goes wrong that I have to fix. And then I
Yes.
just fix it and I think, right, let's do a cleanse. Let's see
Yeah.
what's happening. Right, let's do that. Okay, we've
Yes.
got it sorted. And
Yeah.
then just as we go, it happens again. And I'm like, why is this doing this? So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Look, great question. And it costs you. The curses
Yeah.
cost you. I mean, they've cost, like some people lose families, businesses, whatever. It can cost you financially and or cost you in your health or cost you in relationships. All right. So that's a very good question. All right. So and when there's that block, when you are trying to get ahead and then you have a block, it's actually trying to tell you something. But yes, that is definitely, it's definitely a curse. Right. Now you need to know who it's come from, because it's when you get those specifics, and it's a past life. So it's been a very thick curse that's been on your soul. And so you can free that. You can take that off. And it's when have you actually done it? Have you actually taken off a curse using these specifics on people someone from your past about this particular thing about money? Have you actually gone there or not?
Oh, probably not, because as you know, my past was very, very deep and bad. Like, obviously in this life, obviously not past.
No,
I'm
talking about this. I'm talking about this life.
Yeah.
Well, these blocks are actually telling you, Nikki, you've got to address it. Well, and so I am getting that it's male, and I'm getting, and I know a bit about your past, and I'm getting that you have to go there and identify which one of those people. It's normally someone that's either jealous, or sometimes there's more than one, right? Jealous.
Oh, we've got a few.
Yeah. So it's quite thick.
It is very. Yeah. I've got a list.
Yeah. And I tell you what, you've got to watch. You see, if you're looking at resentment, if you're looking at jealousy, if you're looking at that kind of strong energy, then you must be careful of the people that you surround yourself and connect with, because when you have that energy on you, then it will attract similar people coming to you. And if you're not that, I've got a yes for you, and you need to be specific, right? And you would need to, because you do forensic healing, you need to, because in your work, really, I know you're really good at shifting your vibration and working really hard at that. Or you are such a manifester. You need to now release. So I tell you what I did when I was going through. I also go through the aura chakra matrix and the detail scan list, and that starts to bring up stuff. Now, incredibly enough, this love spell curse that's been on me for a year, it came up addictions, it came up self-doubt, it came up surrogate. And it was kind of fascinating for me because I had low self-worth. It's not normally me. And I had addictions. And when I took it off, I haven't touched a drink in like 3 weeks. Amazing. Or 2 weeks probably. But or coffee. It's like instantly and then my self-worth is totally fine. And the other thing is I've been sorry. It's like someone said, you're going to feel what you did to me in a past life. And I've been suffering, in this emotional longing of like this heartbreak kind of thing, or it was just this kind of heaviness. So the scan lists bring up what it's doing to you. So you go through the scan lists and it'll start popping up the information. And so you get this clearer picture, and that also clears it better. So what I do, so you just need to go through the list, get the priority ones, and then and find out whether it's, sometimes they've done voodoo on you in a past life. Mine was actually a voodoo doll. So you've got to go and and find out what it is, and then get the scan list, and then just do your release.
Okay, perfect.
I can feel, and that's, I mean, I'll do one at the end of this session for everybody that I bring up, because I'll do it. I shall do that.
I can feel it coming up because it's coming up in my throat.
So if you hang on to the end of the session, I'll do one blanket healing session for exactly that person, right? But as I can't do each individual one, and I'll do it. I'll line everyone up, and then I'll go, okay, now you're ready for what we're going to release. So your energy knows that we're going to release it. Good.
Yeah, it does.
And also, it's nice not to have, I mean, you have to say names and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Hang 10, girl. It's going. We've got 40 minutes and we'll take it off. That kind of response is telling you that it's about to go and we're nailing it, because it always knows. All right. It does. So hang 10. At the end, we'll do it. All right.
Okay.
How you doing?
Oh, nice to see you now.
You too. So how's it gone since live training? How have you been?
Oh, it was good. Actually, at the beginning, I'm from Kuwait.
Oh, Kuwait. All right. I knew it was somewhere. That's right. Kuwait.
It's next to Abu Dhabi. It's okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So actually, after live in Scotland, at the beginning, I feel that I have this energy when I come back, but everything is getting harder and harder and harder. And I'm still fighting and more, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I go one step forward and things start happening, taking me back 10 steps. Then I have to start all over again and again and again.
All right.
That's too much to me now.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, now there's two things about that. Sometimes our blocks are to tell us, and I don't know yet, but I'm going to put it out there, what these things can mean. Sometimes the blocks can mean to go in a different direction. Sometimes the blocks are saying you're not following what you should be doing, or it can be that curse thing. Now, so there's those two things. What are the blocks relating to? Is it relationships? Is it money? Is it health? Is it what area?
It's mostly with finance and relationship. And also the health is my weight. I'm starting, losing weight then I go back again. So these are three issues: my weight, finance, and relationship.
Okay.
So I'm struggling this and putting too much hard work, but I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So for me now, I just stop everything because I feel that I cannot do anything now.
Have you like pulled out when you're in that place? Have you pulled out your forensic healing and done some clearings?
I started working on myself, put all this in myself. Then things start happening outside, lots of problems, finance problem, things. Then I get busy with all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel that I'm losing my energy somewhere else.
Yes. And sometimes we get pushed because it becomes so bad when we think we're trying to make progress, but that pain then says enough is enough. I've got to do something different. Now, if I just bring up, firstly, I'll just say, you're repeating part of your childhood was all that chaos. Now that's part of it. That is why we have to we've got to look at ourselves as a soul. We've got to change our energy field. And like, you're an amazing woman with amazing power. Yeah. So there's something, this is pushing you to be way more, because I think of myself, and I said you see, John has been with me through this whole journey. So he's not here now, but he comes and works. And I say to him, why is my soul go through like just torture? I'm a good person. I should have, kindness. I do have kindness now, but I'm thinking, why do I have to suffer through this? Or what happened to my soul in past lives? Because now it's the past lives. And I go, and I go, well, I must have been some powerful woman, because I've been shot down. Like what I take off now is from being past lives of being really suppressed in every angle. And he goes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
exactly what's happening with me. So I said, why that's happening with me now? Why I'm
Yeah.
here? What this is? Why this
Yeah.
all stuff happening with me? So
All
what
right.
do I have to learn? What do I
Okay,
need?
so all right. So let me just, can I just read your energy field? Is that okay? So we can work this one
Yeah,
out?
sure.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go the Y. Just going to look at the Y scan list. So if I go to, is it a past life trauma? Is it karma? Is it revenge? Negative emotions, negative energy, universal, past, contract, genetic, fear, soul, DNA. Okay. I'm not connecting. I'm not getting a connection. All right. I'm not getting a connection. All right. There's something going on. So tell me then, do you feel, if you were to say, I feel like someone's trying to stop me, do you have someone in your mind that would be in this life? Like your ex or something?
Maybe.
I'm feeling like you have something's just blocked your energy.
Yeah, that's what I feel, but I cannot
I'm trying to
reach
get
the
in.
point that
Yes.
from where, yeah, I cannot. I asked some of my friends to do healings. Even I cannot do healing for myself. That's why
Yeah.
I asked some of my friends. They said the same. One of my best friends said, I can see a lot of block. I cannot get into you.
Did she say that? See?
Yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm trying to get in too, and I just know your amazingness, and it's like, yeah, there's someone's gone and said no, like I blocked you. They've put a block on you.
yeah, yeah.
And
Looking me, yeah, locked me out somewhere, and I don't know.
yeah,
I feel lost. I feel that
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So I'll just read this. This is a curse on you, and your culture does that. So and you're stuck in a culture, or you're around a lot of where women are disempowered. So it's even a bigger block, and this is part of your greatness. You're here to lead a way for women that have been so disempowered. Okay, now what keeps coming to me is the ex has put this block on you. It's almost like this. It's almost like a revenge, like you're going to pay for what you've done. And it's not just this life, it's a past life. And it's about a disconnection from his power. Okay, so it's a disconnection from his power that he has over you. Just take a nice deep breath in. Oh, yeah. All right. So I'm getting there now. Whew. All right. So what you've got to do is go and do go into the scan lists, and I'm just going to pull out one word from the scan list. So let's go into ABC 1 to 5, 10, 11, 12, C12. Metaphysical microbes mission 13 mission. Okay, so this is part of your mission being blocked. You're here to really bust. Yes. So this is about someone's trying to stop your mission from past lives. You've been deemed as powerful and a threat.
Yep. That's what I got in life when we are in life there in Scotland.
Well,
what's that? That's what I got when we are doing the past life. When we were in Scotland.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Exactly, I got the same.
Yeah. So this is kind of big for you. I mean, this has been big. This is like what we got to bust. This is one of the big things that but identifying it helps you. And All right, so I'll just give you an idea so that at the end we'll do the healing for you too. I just have to pull up some information for you. Okay, spiritual. Okay, karma, negative, past life, karmic, lost souls, recent, karmic curse, karmic, negative possessions. So it's almost like you've had encoded and you've got an energy in you that has to come out. So when I do the healing at the end, that'll be the expulsion of that, so that it's not got this control over you being blocked.
No, that's really great.
Yeah, so that, yeah, interesting. But you know, once you get the truth and once you get some acknowledgement, it's then, you see, now I'm connecting more. Now it's letting me connect a lot more. Are you feeling that a little bit more?
Yeah.
Right, and it's a determination of you now being able to connect to your mission, so you can have that as your focus from this point. And when you have that focus, everything can start to line up to show you what else needs to be done and so forth. It's actually getting the specifics, but you need to be specific with who's done this, and I already mentioned who I think it is. All right, so we'll do at the end the healing. That will be for your intention.
Oh, thank you.
And it's all
that
good. You look gorgeous. You will get there. Like you will get there. Don't worry. I just think, God, if I can get there, anyone can get there.
I just want to move on.
Yeah. Look,
move on.
look, I know, but you know what? We don't even know we have this stuff. I've been working at this forever, and I surprise myself that even something else could come on me. I'm just thinking there can't be anything else. I mean, there can't be anything else. But it's sort of your body shows up something once it's got the power and the energy then to shift off that. And I find the veil it gets taken from you and you go, oh my God, I know more now, or I've got more insight. Do you actually feel more spiritual in the last year?
Yes. And it's getting more, but as you said, I feel that there is something coming and blocking me.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel that there is a huge connection. There is a very strong connection, but in the same time, I feel that there is something else is taking me backwards and pulling me backwards.
It's all right. We're going to aim that possession healing in the end for when I do this general healing. Remove that from your body. It's all right. And then we'll be able to cut in more and get you on your mission. Yeah, it's like you've been cursed to not live your mission, and this is what women have gone through. It's just your soul. That's all right. So all right. So I'm going to. Hi, Deb.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Hi. Those are two things that just keep coming up, and I have been clearing curses off myself. But there's reoccurring curses that keep coming back, and I get the feeling from a past life regression that it's from my ex-husband because he was in a past life.
Yes.
But because of it, my healing clinic's not moving forward. I'll get one client, and then a month later I'll get another client, and he's halting this. I'm trying to sell my cafe at the moment, and he's halting the sale of the cafe by not signing paperwork, and so he's again halting my healing career. Yeah. So I just get that it's continuing, but it's come from a past life, and I'm having trouble keeping it cleared. It keeps coming back.
Sure. Okay. Now, I'll tell you, and curses also go for your weak area. Like it'll always go in that area that you aren't strong. Now, if I go back, so let's have a look at this, Debbie. If I go back to your childhood, what was halted back then? What was stopped? Where was the blocks in your childhood that reflect what's happening right now?
I can't pick. My dad walked out when I was 2.5. I can't pick particular blocks apart from we lived in quite poverty. We didn't have a lot of food or anything like that. And so my mum, I wanted to go to university and stuff, and my mum couldn't afford me, couldn't afford to send me. Right. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. 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 So here we go. Your dad walked out. Now, so therefore, he's supposed to be sort of, the help of the provider. Did he ever help your mother with financially when he left?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, and your ex is that same energy, in a way of sort of your mum's like, oh my God, if, probably she may not have said it, or you didn't say it yourself, but it's like, if your father was there, things wouldn't have been so hard if he was gave money or provided.
Mum always said that. My mum always said that.
Oh, did she?
All the time.
Okay, there we go. And it's cursed your life. It's like saying, if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't happen. And now your ex-husband, it's like, if it wasn't for you, I would have a healing career.
Yeah.
And so he's the block.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it being a curse of your mum saying it to you, and now it's just creating in another form your block for you for going ahead, for being successful, just as you couldn't go to university.
Yeah.
So let me just see. So that is a type of curse, but it's about you identifying what you're saying to yourself about this ex. And you need to change this. Go, you know what? Thanks for helping me be more powerful and a better healer. It's like having to go to the gym and work out and lift bigger weights. Change it to like, thanks for the challenge, and I'm going to work this out because this will just add to, I'll be able to help more people. And you've got to really, first of all, change, because you've been saying exactly what your mum's been saying now with your ex. So you've got to really reprogram that. And I'm just going to see. Okay. And do you talk to your dad?
Oh, he's dead. He died of cancer 5 years ago.
And did you have a relationship with him before he died?
Yeah.
And what sort of relationship was it?
I wouldn't say particularly close, but it was a friendly and father-daughter relationship, like any normal father-daughter relationship, but not particularly close.
Yeah, and did he ever explain all that to you, why he wasn't there, or did he kind of tell, apologize?
No, it was just brushed under the carpet.
Right. Yeah. So, Deb, you're gonna. It's coming up. It's not quite the curse. It's kind of. I mean, in a way, it's everything your mum said turns into acts like a curse. But you've got to actually deal with everything that was brushed under the carpet. Have you got my book?
Yeah.
I want you to do that for that. It's like this emotion stuck in there. This pain is stuck, and you don't even recognize it.
Yeah.
Unsaid stuff. And I want you to go for it with everything how you felt as a child. Do all those exercises in the book to release it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your block.
So that's my block for my healing clinic. But is there a reason? My other question.
Yes.
That I wrote. Is there a reason why in the healings I'm always past life regression always comes up in just about every healing I do on myself or anybody else.
Yes.
And always a lost soul inhabitant or attachment.
Yes. There's a reason, and that is because you actually have some deep-seated, sad, hurt emotions inside you. So therefore you become like the magnet for it. And it is this emotion of sadness and hurt and pain isn't just this life. It's come from past lives.
All right.
And you're not powerful because of it.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's like you leaking your energy. It's like you will attack. If you get the lost souls, it's almost like you're an easy target.
Yeah, that's what I sort of feel like. They're like I'm magnetizing them to me, and I wanted to know if there's a way to.
Yes, well, that's right. Well, once you get your power back, because your foundation's not sorted, do that thing for your dad.
Yeah.
And then maybe, and then maybe to your mum, you know, in a way just to get it out. Don't teach me that. I wish you taught me how to be, be able to be empowered, because your mother blaming your dad takes away all her power, and it took away all your power.
Right.
And that's why you're an easy target, because you had no power. So
yeah,
perpetrators will go for targets, easy targets. And it's the same as in the end. It's like your ex is doing. You're an easy target.
Yeah.
So turn around and you've got, and that is so it's more like you've got to get all your power back and change it. So that is the message.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So go for that. You go for hell. Go through the book and do that, and you'll find things will shift. Yes, things come up for us to challenge us to say, have we shifted, and to move the energy. But you are all about returning back the power to you, and that your ex is not the problem. You are.
Yeah.
When you talk like that, like your mum never did that. She never taught you how to say, we are in charge of our life and we will still be powerful. She also always blamed someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, she did always blame my dad for not being there.
Yeah, yeah. So you're still doing it because that's what you were taught. But it's also past life. And that's why you become an easy target for energies and spirits and things like that. So work on that, and then you'll find your life really changing. Okay, sweetie?
Okay, good. All right, thank you.
Okay, hello. Who have we got?
Hi, this is Katie. I'm with Viv, but it's Katie.
Hi, Katie and
Viv's my mum.
Oh, okay. How lovely. And you mentioned, have you guys booked in for March, have you?
Yes. Yes.
You've got 3 places for us.
Yes.
Hang on. Who's the 3? Who did I speak to?
You spoke to me. I'm Viv. I'm the one you spoke to. Kate's
gorgeous.
one coming, and another friend, Lynn.
Oh, yes. Awesome. All right. Yes. All good. Perfect. All right. Viv. So what are your questions?
Well, Katie, my question was, it was really amazing when I listened to your webinar and you mentioned the love spell, and it's kind of like, I've always wondered, not always, but recently now wondering whether that could be what happens for me in relationships. I seem to kind of take really quite excessive long periods of time to kind of break up with people. Like I want to stay friends and I kind of, so making the cut is really hard seemingly.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to end in a, squabble.
Yeah.
But so then it's all kind of nice and friendly, and then it's kind of like it just kind of continues, and it's just with the most recent one. But then I look back at my last few relationships, and they all kind of take a long time before they kind of ever are properly over.
Yes. Okay. And I will tell you that, well, that spell that I had on me, it also was a spell to not find the right person, like nobody, it was a spell also to not make sure I didn't meet anyone that would be suitable. It was like this block on my soulmate. So you can have a block to meeting your soulmate. All right. So so you're wondering, is that a spell or a curse on that? All right. Yeah. Well, you know what? I would probably, you know what I think that is, Katie? I think it's your childhood. Not so much a curse. I think this is to do with and I don't know your background, but I feel that it's probably to do with your father and that relationship. So, sure. I mean, I'll just say some stuff, and then if you'd like, we'll go there. It doesn't matter if you don't want to talk about it. It's up to you. But I'm feeling that you felt probably not approved of or valued enough from him, and it's like you're going, but don't you see me? Don't you love me? And I think,
and I would agree.
Okay, so then in a relationship you transfer that, but you break up, but even though for whatever reason, but you're like, but still, don't you see me? Don't you still value me, even though we're broke? It's like you don't want to lose love.
And that's it. And I think that, like, I was as a teenager, it was almost like I was pretty eager, pretty young to want to get into relationships. I was a real forward one, you know, and I've always had kind of relationships, and they always seem to take a very high precedent in everything else. I forget my business. I deal with my emotions, and I do, you know, so many journal entries, and such a big thing, the love thing.
Yes.
And like when they fall in love with me, then I decide to break up, but they still love me. I sometimes feel like a bit bad for them. Like, I'm sorry, and I try to help them through it.
Right.
I still have the love for them.
Yes.
But I don't want to be in the relationship, like a partnership, you know, fully.
Yeah.
And I just find it, interesting, even though I can have every reason as to why this isn't going to be a partnership for me.
Yes. So therefore, you actually never find that right person, and it never really works. And it's so. Did you have some issues with your dad?
Well, yeah, I would say that I didn't feel that I was as kind of impressive as, say, I had a twin brother and he was smarter. I had an older brother and sister. They were kind of very good at academic and stuff like that. And I probably felt less than. Dad was busy working. I mean, not anything major, but I do remember as a teenager, I didn't feel like he got me. I didn't feel like he...
Okay, and perfect. Awesome. You've just actually answered another thing that was in my mind. Then therefore you attract a guy that doesn't really get you, and it's not really what you want. You sort of match that feeling of I'm second best or I'm not good enough, and you find a guy that equals that, and therefore that's probably why you break up. You go, well, he doesn't really get me, or he's not really my type, and I settled for something I didn't really want. Would that make sense?
Yeah, sort of. Like, say the most recent one, it was almost as if it was never going to be a long-term relationship. There's a big age difference, and so many things that weren't supposed to be. It was going to be kind of good time, not long time.
Yes. But
that's 2 years ago now.
So you compromised. You didn't settle for the right man. You kind of like, oh, well, this will be due till whatever.
Yeah.
So you compromise. Yeah. And that's how you look at yourself. You think that you compromise who you are. And that's why you get into relationships that you know that aren't going to last, and they're not what you really want. So it's not so much a curse, or it's just this relationship that you've had with your dad, and this relationship you have with yourself of really not valuing you and seeing, your amazingness. And they end up, as you say, falling in love with you. But it's ultimately you settle for something that kind of fed you in a way, to say, yes, they love you. They it feeds you, because then if they love you, then that's feeding you. If they didn't love you and rejected you, that would send you in a bit of, you wouldn't go for someone. You have to have that. So we'll be balanced.
And I do wonder if it's like an addiction to the affection or the adoration, and even
So that is what we shall be sorting out, and balance all this out, and because your foundation is still struggling. And you're young, you seem young, so this is awesome. So therefore you've got, the future will be amazing. You'll attract your soulmate, that perfect guy that compliments you, but you can't find that until the energy of you changes and balances out. I can hear myself echoing. All right, so I'll be doing a healing in the end, and I think I'll just do one more quick one, but that's not quite a curse. It's not quite that. It's about the relationships, Viv. Kate. Sure. I keep reading that name. Katie. All right.
That's all right.
All right, sweetie.
Yep. Okay, thanks.
All right, we'll see you very soon. Who we got coming here?
Yay.
Hello. So is this...
How are you?
Hello, lovely. What's your name?
Melinda.
You're Melinda. Hello.
How are you?
So tell me what your question is.
I've heard all the other questions that you've asked the other ladies, and I went, oh my God, I think a lot of them might be me, including a block with relationships.
Okay. Now.
And there is a curse.
Right, yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And so tell me then, why do you think there's a curse? What is it has someone told you this before, or do you just get this feeling?
I'd say I thought I heard a rumor, and it wasn't just about me, it was about the women in my family. And it's true that a lot of the women in my family are single.
Oh, yes.
If they have relationships, they don't stay married forever.
Yes. That sounds like a generational curse running through. Okay. And so the relationships that you've had, is it like short term, it never lasts? Is that what you've experienced?
Yes. Yes. Because I feel like, I don't know, Marissa.
Yeah. What about the rest of your life? Is that in place? Does that feel like that's working?
No. I'm still job hunting to get my finances in order, and I think those are my two big things: relationship and the income.
Yeah, and both of them are at your power, because imagine having an amazing partner that supports you and loves you. That's like a power that a soft place to fall, and that gives you support in going forward and being powerful. Not having any money is also very disempowering. I mean, all the people in this world who have power have money, and a lot of that, that's that male thing. So I'm starting to now get, yes, there is a curse placed on you. It sounds like it feels like a generational curse. Have you had your family struggle in money as well? Have you had like these in your childhood?
Yes, I would say yes. My parents were extremely successful. And then it's like overnight my dad lost everything.
Okay, see, that's a curse. You see, that's like a curse placed on when that's and it's like a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
Do you know who? Was there some negativity around that back when it happened?
It felt like it might be family involved, and I come from Papua New Guinea, where black magic is normal.
Yes.
So I'm not surprised to know there might be curses on me.
I've got a
family
yes on that. So that's a yes. And for something, when all of a sudden when something disappears, that tells me, hang on a minute, you know what I mean? Like out of the blue, that's a clear indication. Also, I can feel it. So yes, there is. Someone got to put a curse on your family. It looks like you've got two things running. You've got a curse for the finances and in relationships. Are your mum and dad still together?
My mum passed.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And well, I have a birth mum, and she split from my dad. They were never really together.
Yeah.
And then I was raised by my stepmum, and she passed. But her example to me was, doesn't matter how miserable she was in her marriage to my dad, she hung in there and did the right thing. Mm. Whereas I said to her, he's no good for you. Why aren't you living? So there's that juxtaposition.
Yeah, and it's almost like then that tells you don't get in a relationship, because look what it is. You see, that also puts you go, oh God, I don't never want that. So therefore you may not want a long-term relationship because what you see, it's crap. So that in a way, look, I tell you what I'm feeling for you. I feel that there's definitely a curse on the finances. So that will be, you can put that will be what I'll do the healing for you. But it looks like there's conditioning on the way you see relationships, which is not so much a curse. It's just what you've learned. You've just learned that, and unconsciously you've got, oh no, I never want a long-term relationship, because you end up long-term with bad relationships, bad. And you actually said to your stepmom, what are you doing? Don't be in that. Have a short-term relationship or get out of it. So that is under relationships. All right. So what I need to do, so I'm going to do this healing now. So specifically to take that black magic off around finances, and then need to start analyzing your self-talk. And I don't know if you've got my book, but that's definitely, that's not, it's not expensive to get the book, but that'll take you through that process to heal yourself from that childhood and shifting the emotions. Because when we're a child, that's what we become. We become everything that's been around us and all of the experiences. And it takes a lot of energy to undo that. It takes a lot of skilled healing and so forth. And the book takes you through that. So I would highly recommend. That's, it's not a small investment, but that will get you changing fast.
Right.
All right.
Got it.
All right, gorgeous. I'm going to do this healing. In fact, I'll bring, well, why don't do you want to stay on for this one while I do the healing? Do you want to be like, all right. Okay. So you are almost like the surrogate in a way, or which is what I do when I do a healing. I bring someone up on the table and then they get a blast of energy to release, but it also is for everyone else that's present. So how about that, Melinda?
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome, lovely. Here we go. Request divine permission and divine protection to commence the karmic curse release. So I'm going to release all general curses and voodoo and black magic, ritual, sorcery, spiritual slavery, curses, spells, black magic, all of that. Access source, primordial sun, galactic sun, local stars and planet. Access all spontaneous healing forces in the head, torso, pelvis and feet. I now request the powers of divine light, divine blessings, and divine source to safely release and remove and disconnect all curses and spells and all negative cords and attachments from everyone that's been present in this webinar. That these curses will be released from those that have given them, from past lives, from this life, from generational curses, from this moment in time forever after. All right, so now you can repeat with me, Melinda, and everyone watching, repeat. You say your name. You say, I'm Melinda. Choose to release.
Choose to release.
All spells and curses.
All spells and curses.
From those who have given it to me.
From those who have given it to me.
And I think we can add for you, and generational curses. You can say in generation.
And generational
These curses are now void and cancelled.
These curses are now void and cancelled.
I choose to be released.
I choose to be released. And free forever.
From this point forward.
From this point forward.
Nice deep breath. And you can shake it out. Oh, wow. I'll still be coughing and spluttering a bit after this. Did you feel any energy in that, Melinda?
I did. As soon as you started, I started to tingle all over.
Yeah. So you can watch this again and get another deeper release, and those that are now online can watch this again. We will release it and put this out to let the energy come through to release all this past life cursing and stuff. The opposite of a curse is sort of like freedom, and it's as I said, it is a conditioning. If those that have read my book show where this conditioning has come from for women, it's always stronger in women to free ourselves. It's like we've had the shackles because we are powerful. We have an innate gift of knowing things. We have this power once it's aligned to create and be amazing, and that has been a threat in past lives. And then when we use that gift, we can heal the planet and bring back balance and humanity. My prayer is that we bring back humanity, bring back kindness, bring back love, bring back freedom, joy. That's my hope. And when we use that gift, of knowing, then you know you can be safe. You know, the world now is like, where can you go? Like I just walked back from the gym, and the bus was all sectioned off because the police were there because there was a suspicious parcel. So the whole area was evacuated on the bus. And you think, well, I don't know what it was, whether it was legit or not, but we can know in our body will tell us where it's safe once we connect to this. And it's about, you know, when we release all this stuff that's been put on us, our gift comes back and you become even clearer and more aligned, because cursing makes everything go wrong. You're like, oh, and here's another thing that goes wrong. And then another thing. It's like the lack of flow is symbolic that there's a curse. Mm. And so I feel like that's getting better. I still need to finish off this healing. I'll close down this webinar and then finish off the healing. I can still feel a lot of energy needs to be released. All right.
Thanks.
You. Take care. Bye, Melinda. Mwah. Okay. All right. So Debbie says, thank you. I have released a curse of some sort, thinking generational, but it's also great to, yes. Yeah, and Nikki's just finished coughing. All right, yeah. All right, and I'll need to like this webinar. We will be doing more webinars, so you'll have lots more opportunities to come back if you didn't get on this time. We'll do others and get to the root of what your issue is. So I send you love and blessings, and I will close down with the blessing for you. My nose runs too when I do this. I couldn't get any more weirder, could I? I ask that angels pour blessings upon you for all the things you stand in need of, that angels may guide and protect you and lead you on a path of empowerment and full potential. That healing may continue throughout this time, and that you may always know you are of divine worth. I now confirm these requests have taken place and this healing is complete. Okay, goodbye. Sorry I couldn't get through to everybody, but don't worry, opportunity will strike again. And I'll see some of you at live training. Take care, blessings and love.